The Picture of Dorian Gray is a novel by Oscar Wilde. At first, it was published on the Lithicos Monthly magazine in 1890, while, during 1891, the author published in the Fortnightly Review a preface of the novel, a preface to The Picture of Dorian Gray, in order to put an end to some controversies arising by the novel. The amended version was published in April 1891, which included its preface. The story is set in London during the Victorian Age. The 19th century was in fact affected by a typical middle-class mentality at that time. The novel tells about a young man named Dorian Gray, who will succeed making his beauty an insane right. He became aware of the privilege of his beauty when the painter Basil Hallward, friend of him, gives him a picture that shows Dorian plenty of youth. Realizing that one day his beauty will fade away, Dorian expresses the desire to sell his soul to ensure the portrait Basil has painted would age rather than him. Dorian's wish is fulfilled. The portrait serves as a reminder of the effect each act has upon his soul, with each scene displayed as a disfigurement of his form or through a sign of aging. Dorian meets Lord Henry Wotton, a friend of Basil's, and becomes fascinated by Lord Henry's worldview. Lord Henry suggests that only things worth pursuing in life are beauty and fulfillment of the senses. Dorian discovers an amazing actress, Sibyl Vane. He approaches her and soon proposes marriage. After the troubled love story with Sibyl Vane that ended with the suicide of the young woman, Dorian pursues a life of debauchery. The day she died, when Dorian returns home, he notices that his portrait has changed. Dorian realizes his wish has become true. The portrait now bears a subtle sneer and will age with each sin he will commit, while his own appearance remains unchanged. He will never tell anybody about the portrait, except for Allward, who has been stabbed by Dorian himself, in anger, blaming Basil for his fate, for having painted the picture. Deciding that only the expiation of sins will absolve him, he decided to destroy the last vestige of his conscience.